Ah, ah, 997, 998, 999, 1,000. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something. I actually, believe it or not, here's some feli. What do they call them around here? I don't know why, but little 2 pound weights. When Fallon and was about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old, and she would come over here and mess around, and I was actually doing a little something to keep the craft chest up, which I didn't know what that means, but I had those that I bought them for her because she wanted to work out with me. But tonight I wanted to go over, and I can't really show you. I was going to, but alas, I cannot find my GoPro, and I've been looking for my GoPro for months. Since the last video y'all saw, you wouldn't know one way or another. I guess outside video or whatever. I cannot find my GoPro. So either this heathen down here scooted it off into the abyss, and I tore the house apart today looking for it. Cleaned out an entire pantry, a whole room back here, and cannot find. What's that? Oh, what is this? Why is that doing that? Oh, there we go. Anyway, I cleaned out an entire room trying to look for my GoPro, and it needed cleaned anyway. I did a purge, I guess, just throwaway stuff that I was like, what is this? And it's amazing whenever you actually go to throw stuff out that you haven't used in years, and it doesn't seem like that much until you touch it. And then all of a sudden it's like, where did all this come from? What even is this? What? And it's trash and this and that and the other. I filled up a whole garbage can, well, half a garbage can, full of stuff that I just haven't used. But in the process of doing that, I found a laptop from back in the day. Remember whenever the dark times were going on? I still have that laptop. It's a Dell laptop, business laptop. I forget, something T650 or something like that. I don't know, B650. But that is like the oldest laptop in existence. And my little business bag, looking like I was somebody, whatever. I used to have to go and do stuff for food and what have you and all that. But in the process of all that, of course, I dropped it. I found my stretch band, which I used to use this quite regularly. I don't know why I stopped. I think because of this heathen over here. And as you can see, she's chewed up on it or scratched up on it or whatever. Not on this one. That's what actually was hanging on, so that was good. And they're still usable. It really doesn't matter. I could throw some duct tape on it and make it work. But you don't know what these are. You step on it and you do your little resistance, your band resistance. And I don't know what the weight is on this. I don't even think it says. Does it? I don't think they ever did. But it's like small, medium, large, or light, medium, heavy. However they do these, because I don't really see where it says on here. But yeah, I found this, so I can start using that on a regular basis now. Keep the pythons swole up, and then not just doing biceps, but I did have this, and I totally forgot I had this until I was cleaning out and redoing the pantry. I have this. Check this out. And what this is, TKO, and this is a pull down. And this is one of those things I was talking about before where T2 was talking about the cables and whatnot. But this one actually goes over the door, and it's got little notches to strengthen the resistance. Yeah, you see right there the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it also has these bands that can be added or taken away for whatever strength level that you need. And then here's the pull down rope itself, just like you'd see in some of the old school gyms, and it's still in really good shape. The heathen hasn't got to it. If you don't know who the heathen is, it's Ezra Dax over here, the cat. And yeah, and I figured out, I'm 99.9% positive how she got out. And I might talk about that later. I don't want to digress. But Here, this is for your triceps, and you could actually do over the head also to work, some of your shoulder muscles. There's different ways you could do this. And I'm sure you could actually put this under the door if your door is that low to do something upwards. But this is when you pull something that a lot of people don't do, and you don't have to go this extreme. I'm just giving an example. When you pull these down, you're supposed to actually pull out, and it works all through when you do a triceps. When you pull down, you pull out, and it works everything from here, every muscle. The 3 or 4 different muscle groups that are up in your tricep area and your shoulder, depending on how you use it, you can pull straight down, and that's just going to be a targeted for the big muscle. When you pull down, you pull out. All right, it does a lot. It works a lot of different muscle groups. That's the way you're actually supposed to use the ropes. And then there's the hard bars and what have you. But I started finding all kind of stuff whenever I went off in that room, and I actually have a medicine ball, which I have no clue how that has survived with the Scratch King over here. Even though she has things to scratch on, I had this under the knees, like something you would like put your feet under. So it's a sit-up helper, I guess. You put it under your knees and you put your feet under something and you do sit-ups, and it keeps your knees. It's just a foam roll about yay. And I'm not even going to show you that. I already threw that out. But apparently, where it was sitting, when I went to clean up, she had been using it for a scratch post. And I mean to tell you, when I moved that, yes, there's an air compressor, big ass air compressor that's off at the corner over there. When I moved that thing out of the way, it was just scratch post and blue scratch on the floor. Like imagine a wood chipper. I mean, I swept that stuff up, filled up a bag, got the vacuum cleaner, got that out there. And just luckily, she hadn't peed or pooed on any of it, like some cats like to do, spraying around and just making a mess. Actually, it wasn't any spray at all. I didn't run across any foul odor, so I don't know. She's actually been pretty good with that, not spraying on stuff. I guess she doesn't have to bark her territory. It's a female. They do it less, I think, if I recall correctly, than males. So there's that. And, of course, I found these in that same room, and this was what I bought Fallon years ago. Now she's 12 years old. So that was like 6 years ago I bought all this. So it's been a minute since I've done anything. Yeah, of significance. Plus, I have a yoga mat. I have actually 2 yoga mats. I used to use one right here before the Great Flood of 2018, and then the floor started getting kind of janky, and I got to redo the floor now because, once again, I'll have to tell that story about Esri, but she's going to have babies, even though she's an inside cat. Yeah. I think I figured out how it happened, though. If I had my GoPro, I'd show you how it happened, how I think it happened, because I was like, how did she get out of here? And I think I know. But before I digress out on that, let's get off of this. Just found some of my weight stuff. So actually, other than working legs, which you could do freestanding leg squats, and there's different things you could do for resistance on squats, other than working legs. And I'm going to tell you right now, my left hip and knee have always been janky. So that's going to be something I'm really going to have to go to a gym for. This stuff I could do whenever I don't feel like going anywhere, and I need to get on it now that I've found it and I know I can use it and what have you. But I'm still going to have to go and get on an elliptical machine to get my leg strength back up and to get this gankiness, because even today, cleaning out that room, golly, I was like, oh my God, my elbow's starting to hurt again. My knee, why is my knee sore? I didn't even get on the ground because I made a point of not getting on my knees crawling around the house. And I was like, oh, my hip. And I'm just like, yeah, you're not 25 anymore. You're not 17 anymore. You're an old whatever. That's her taking her plate off the hard food bowl. That's her soft food plate. She's got her own little saucer. She's a smart cat, so she knows what's up. Move this out of the way. I can still eat. All right, but as far as eating, let's get on now. Let's talk about eating. Tonight, And I think I've posted a video on this before, way back, on how I bake chicken. So yesterday I did shake and bake chicken. So it's baked, and I don't fry anything. A lot of people's like, you don't fry at your house? I'm like, no. The main reason why is because I can't smell the after grease smell. Does that make sense? I mean, way back, we used to have like the popular things like Fry Daddies and this, and that, and the other. But since air fryers came out and I learned how to actually cook in a toaster oven, that's pretty much the only two things I use. And the casseroles I used to do are an electric skillet, so I don't even use a stove. I don't even use a stove. I use those three utensils. And if I need to cook something, actually have to cook something in a small skillet, like say I want to do an egg omelet or something, I got a single burner propane stove top that I use for that. So there you go. I don't even need to use the oven. Yeah, so like a brand new oven. And tonight we're having baked chicken. And I know this is going to sound kind of weird, like that's not a diet thing at all, but yeah, check this out. So I got some chicken breasts that are seasoned up with salt, light salt, by the way, not very much because I'm almost out. I only got about like that much in my big old container. Salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and then a sprinkle on either side. This is on both sides because I don't know where you know, how you like your food and all that. I like mine seasoned on both sides. So season that on both sides, and then to top it off, I took I don't know, probably like a quarter teaspoon, maybe a half teaspoon of fajita seasoning, just some Great Value brand. Bottom, top, kind of patted that in after the seasoning, salt, pepper, onion, garlic powder. And I took a strip of their supposed thick cut bacon. Can I show you that? I don't know if it'll show up on here or not. Let me show you what Walmart's thick cut, Walmart's alleged thick cut bacon looks like. No, let me see. Can I do this? If it'll show, this is awesome. So I got a strip. Is that going to show? Or is that too bright? Probably too bright. Bring the brightness down. I don't know. Is there an angle I can put it at? Put it up close? No, it's not going to show you. But it's like paper thin. Like that's y'all's thick cut bacon. Like nobody on the planet would get fat with y'all's thick cut because it's like thinner than like Bobo bacon, like the no frills bacon that you would get. So I took a strip of that, boom, boom, cut it in half, and placed it on the bottom when I flipped the chicken breast, just for a little extra flavor, because it's boneless, skinless chicken breast. So there's virtually no fat. I love that word, virtually. That means actually there is some, but just to add a little flavor content to it, because I'm going to be taking them out anyway and putting them to the side and shredding the chicken up. So whatever juices is left in the actual container, which I've shown that in past videos, just go back and look for my cooking videos. You'll see what I'm talking about. Like when I was doing a casserole or something like that. Shit, I've done red beans and rice. I've done casseroles. Name it, like for one dish meals. And I haven't done those casseroles in it's been over a year. I've really just actually been shredding up chicken and doing different things with it, wraps and what have you. And I guess that's what keeps me from not getting to be 500 pounds, is that, even with the bad eating time habits. And I've actually gotten better with that because I've gotten where, and I need to go get more. I was at the Walmart's the other day and forgot to get it. So I had to get that in the morning on my way to work, or get up in the morning and go see if the Dollar General, the new improved Dollar Generals, have y'all seen those? Woo, whole different video. I don't want to digress on it. But maybe they might have the low sugar oatmeals over there. I don't care what flavor. I kind of do. I don't like the apple flavors. I don't like the different little funky fruit flavors, but like cinnamon brown sugar. There's a couple other ones that are pretty decent. The banana flavor is good. But the low sugar ones is what I like. And I've noticed since I started doing those, I've gotten less hungry. And now I get it. That's where the egg whites and the oatmeal come. I've gotten less hungry through the mid-morning going into lunch than I have when I was eating 2 Jimmy Dean sausage, egg, and cheese croissants. Those things last like 2 hours, and it's like, I was like, damn, dude, I just ate. Why am I so hungry? It's like that stuff just goes and it just disperses through your body. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's I've noticed the difference. I've noticed the difference where I both feel better and I forgot how good it was to actually be on a schedule of eating. And I haven't shown, and I can't show it apparently because on here, but on the tweets or X now, I have shown some of the things. And if you follow me on X, you'll see where I post foods that I eat for lunch when I don't bring my own lunch. And I don't think it's too horrible. I really don't. You know, one day, I guess the worst thing that I got was Cane's. Okay. Big whoop, 4 chicken strips and some fries. You know, that's not that gigantic of a meal. Okay. But it's really in my price range. It's only like $10.69 or something like that, over by where I work. So it's quick and easy. Not that bad. Yeah, it's fried. But yeah, what do you do? I didn't feel like having the Dollar Tree that day, so I got that 1 or 2 times in the past couple of weeks. I don't even know what the last update I did. I know I got it 2 times in the past couple of weeks because I didn't have time to be bothered with going and spending $20 on, you know, a buffet for a salad. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to get something else to make it worth the while. As I posted in the picture. Full disclosure, I post them in the pictures what I eat. Whenever I post those when I'm eating out. And tonight, though, let me get back on what we're cooking tonight. So I seasoned the chicken breast up, and I can smell them now. Whoo! Cooking them for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Because I really want to be tender. I'm going to be taking that out, letting it shred, or shredding it up, and I'm going to make a chicken salad out of it. And I know y'all probably going to say, but Craft Chest, the mayonnaise, what the? Well, I mean, the worst thing in that's oil. The rest of it, how they make mayonnaise, is egg whites and oil. And I don't think that's too horrible. Plus, it's not like I'm putting half a jar in there. I only put like 2, maybe 3 sometimes if I'm doing a 3 breast chicken. It's like a heaping tablespoon of mayonnaise per, and I'm not talking about heaping like this big heaping. I'm talking about like a heaping tablespoon of mayonnaise and mix it up. And then I throw some shredded cheese off in it and re-season it with some pepper. And that's pretty much it. Sometimes I'll get a bag, and I should have got a bag. See, that's something else I forgot. Because I didn't really think I was going to do a chicken salad, but I should have got a bag. At Walmart, they sell those little bags of like fruit and nuts, and they have like cranberry pecans, cranberry almonds, things like that. And really, that kind of adds just for texture and a little bit of flavor in the background with the cranberries. A lot of people don't like dried cranberries, but I kind of dig them. I like them, especially in chicken salad. Yeah, so that's what we're having. And then I don't have it over here. I should have grabbed one right quick. But as a side to go with the chicken salad sandwiches, which is only going to be 1 sandwich in a wrap, or I would just might do wraps and not even worry about that 1 bun that I have. Because I don't have bad. I think I said it before. I use buns, like the Great Value brand buns, so they're not very large anyway. But I'm probably going to make a couple of chicken salad wraps. And then on the side, I'm going to have baked sweet potatoes on the side. And once again, I've already talked about how I season that up. Very simple. A little salt, a little pepper, some cinnamon. I'm good to go. I don't even have to add butter and all that to them. Sweet potatoes have their own natural, to me, their own natural sweetness, their own natural, as long as you cook them right. Shoot, you could roast it and just eat it like it is. You know, I'm not too fancy on eating the skin, but depending on the sweet potato, if you clean it up real good and scrub it, maybe, but I usually don't. And there you go. So we're going to have chicken salad tonight. I'm going to do 4 sweet potatoes. That way I'll have, and I really actually don't need to be eating sweet potatoes this late because it's like 7 o'clock right now. And I really kind of need to just bake those, have them prepped, wrap them up, put them in Ziplocs, and just take that to work for like daytime stuff for when I'm actually up and active. Because once again, sweet potatoes is one of those complex carbs, and it's got these, it's not a simple sugar, but it's like different sugars in it that are actually better for you than regular potatoes or anything else. I do have some regular potatoes over here. I might be able to do something with that. instead. But I'm still going to bake the sweet potatoes in the air fryer. Because last time I did them, they came out outstanding. I mean, there wasn't one left after the 2 or 3 days went by. I took one to work. I was like, oh man, this is really good. And they're filling. That's the thing. It's like a good filler if you have like a sandwich with it. And I remember that's one thing that I did. I had like a roasted or baked chicken breast sandwich from the Dollar Tree that day and a sweet potato, and I was full. I mean, I was done. And yeah, so there you go. And that's what we're having tonight. That's the update. Just wanted to show you the equipment. Of course, these I still have my dumbbell down here with the 20. I have the 30 on the porch, which I got that porch cleaned off also, so I can go out there and actually do some sit-ups because there's really not a whole lot of room to do a lot of working out here, except for that doorway right there. I could do the pull downs and of course the band you could do anywhere. But these right here, actually, if I had an elliptical machine, it'd be good to do different things like this just to have that extra little resistance to like stretch out and, you know, do different things with if I had an elliptical machine. I might have to save up. We might have to ramen noodle it and go on a mission and find a used Precor elliptical machine. Last time I priced them, they were like $800 used. But anyway, it's Craft of the Mind. Go out there and have some fun. We haven't given up. I don't know if there's any difference to be seen from the last video. Probably not. But actually, down in here, believe it or not, there's some water weight going down. I can tell the difference because my jeans, I'm having to tighten up that belt just an extra notch. And that's what a lot of your weight is. You're going to get that water weight off of you before anything. But as much water as I drink, I mean, I drink, I don't know how many Brita containers that I drink a day. 3, 4, probably an unhealthy amount of water, but that's what I drink. Water, coffee, liquor. That's primarily what I drink. And there you go. Well, we're going to make a little bit of a difference. T2, looks like you're making some strides. I don't know about your food choices, but that's neither here nor there. Hey, Slipper, that's a generic. That's like a Big Lots Hey Dude right there, little fur line. I bought that before those Hey Dudes got popular, just to have a slipper for when it's cold around here. All right, but T2, keep up what you're doing. If you're really doing it, brother, it's a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun. And remember, don't give up. Keep it going. Woo! Woo! 2024. Let's get jacked.
You gotta be shitting me, man. That mother's strong.